What if the most powerful team you've ever had was you, and you, the little you, the woman you are now, and the wise, radiant 80-year-old version of you who already knows how the story ends? I'm Lynette Turner, and I am your host today, and I want to invite you into a very special conversation between the little Lynette, the Lynette of now, and the 80-year-old Lynette who's already living the life we dream of. I'm sharing this today with you because I think this could be the soul shift you didn't know you needed. I believe that everybody needs to do this exercise, and what a better way to do it than to actually show you how I did it for myself. And this really is meant to be a bit of a soul shift for you, something that you didn't know you needed until you actually listened to it. This episode was inspired by a journaling prompt that asked me to unknow myself, to let go of the limiting stories I've carried for so long so that I can live the truth of who I am not and who I thought I had to be. And wow, did it take me on a ride. I ended up doing what I call a timeline integration. It's sort of an energetic reconnection between my childhood self, my present day self, and the version of me who's already crossed the finish line. I like to think that version is the one who's smiling on a sun-drenched patio somewhere in the south of France, sipping wine, reflecting on a life well lived. But here's the problem, and here's what I know for sure. Most midlife women I talk to don't just wake up inspired to reinvent themselves. They were, I guess, sort of shaken awake. It's the layoff, the divorce papers, the last kid leaving for college, the diagnosis, the breakup that felt like a full body betrayal, the aging parent who suddenly needs care, the friend group that quietly disappeared. The moment you open your banking app and burst into tears, or maybe it's quieter. You're just folding laundry on a Tuesday night or scrolling your phone at 2 a.m. and suddenly you think, is this it? Is this all that my life is really going to be? You look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself, not because of the wrinkles, but because you can't remember the last time you felt lit up by your own life. We spend years keeping it all together, forgiving without apology, making ourselves useful, helpful, quiet, while our dreams collect dust in the back of the closet, and then something breaks. Or maybe we do, and all of a sudden, you're asking, who am I now? If I'm no longer the caregiver, the overachiever, the peacekeeper, the one who held it all together. But now I'm going to challenge that thinking. What if you're not actually lost? What if you've just been buried under everyone else's expectations? And that's when it came to me. I remembered something that I had forgotten. I've actually got a team. There's the little Lynette, the big dreams, scraped knees, and wild imagination. She believed in magic, loved to play music, and wished to be seen. She was loud until the world told her to quiet down. And then there's the present me, showing up to the messy middle, healing, creating, trying, some days collapsing on the couch and wondering if any of this is working, other days feeling unstoppable. And then there's the 80-year-old me, soft around the edges, but fierce in her knowing. She laughs more, she worries less, she tells the truth, and she's already seen how it all works out. When I stopped trying to fix my childhood, that inner child, and started partnering with it, something cracked open. I realized I had never really been alone. Not when I was crying in my bed, not when I stayed too long in that relationship, not when I had no clue how I'd pay the next month's bills. She was always there, waiting for me to remember. I don't need a better past. I need a more honest present, and I get to co-create it with every version of me. So here's what I want you to try this week, and it's an exercise that I did for myself. It's so cool. First things first, I want you to write a letter to your little self. It doesn't need to be poetic. Just scribble a note on a sticky or whisper it in the mirror. Tell her you're still here, that you remember, that the fun is just beginning. Second step, I want you to meditate with your 80-year-old self. Even if you've never meditated before, just close your eyes. Picture her on the porch, in the garden, by the ocean. What does she want you to stop worrying about? What is she so proud you finally did? And then third, I want you to retire that one belief that's been keeping you small. Maybe you're thinking it's too late. Maybe that belief is I missed my shot. Maybe it's I can't start over now. You don't have to believe the opposite right away. Just stop believing that. Here's how you can get started tonight. If you're still not sure where to begin, you don't need a 5-step plan. You just need a moment of intention and the courage to say, let's try something different. So here's your prompt. Ask yourself, what could joy look like for me this week? Is it saying yes to a social event, even if part of you wants to stay home? Is it making a playlist of songs that make you feel alive again? Is it putting your hand on your heart in the middle of a hard day and whispering, I'm still here? Start there. There's no pressure. There's no go back and dredge up a bunch of stuff from your childhood. There's no pressure, just presence. Here's how I started. I said yes to more social invitations, even though I want to stay home most of the time, even though I wasn't sure I really wanted to go. I made a playlist of my favorite high vibration songs, and I now listen to that on my walks to the gym while lifting heavy things and letting myself feel powerful again. I got honest about what I was still carrying, and I dropped the stuff that just didn't matter anymore. And I made a mantra from little Lynette, one that I whisper when doubt creeps in. You've got this, and when you think you don't, just say, yes, I do. And that's how we begin. One breath, one choice, one borrowed belief at a time. So take the time tonight and do the things I suggested. You're going to thank yourself and just remember, you've got a team behind you. It's the little you, it's the current you, and it's the 80-year-old you. Never forget that you've got this and they've got you too. Thank you for being with me today. I will see you in episode